Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people day. Make man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make God what I seen him. Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a block! Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta. I sell out, I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Good morning and welcome to Memoirs of the Most Corrupt Government. I have not opened my mouth yet, and TikTok has given me a violation. I have no idea, TikTok, because I have not opened my mouth. And you are giving me a 10-minute violations without my mouth being even open. I suggest you need to control the robots of your algorithm, TikTok. Come never open my mouth and sit there and give me a 10-minute violation already. So I don't have free speech on TikTok, or I don't have. Oh, never mind. Remember TikTok. We have a lot of channels. All right. We have an awful lot. Good morning and welcome. Sorry to be late. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Welcome, one and all. We're remembering the government's treachery and crime against the state of Jamaica. We are remembering this morning the crimes of the Holness regime, the larceny and threatery and blatant theft of the public purse. But we have a bit of scraps and straps to do this morning before we get to them. We want to respond to a few persons and accept a one big good morning from me this morning, everybody. Why did he turn up in England? If anyone I know want buy me 2 mango today, it's welcome. Me not telling a lie. That's why I can't wait. We can't wait. No clothes in England today. Today's a batty ride and belly skin day in England, lay down pan, in a towel pan, in a park, like a beach in a bikini and bra. It's literally that weather we're having today. So we have to walk very slow today. Morning, everybody. Morning. Who hit that band first? We have Tom, we have Juliet, we have Anne, we have Daryl. Who the one with that band? Because I have a response for Tom Tavares. Who the one with that pan? Morning, everybody. Morning. Who the one with that pan this morning? Me know I'm going to bring the heat, but I have water frozen already for help buckle the galang in today. Who do we start pan? Hey, Opal said Tavares. Tavares, oh, we're starting on Tom this morning. Evan Riley said Anvaz. Sonia said, yes, park full with half-naked people in North London. Me know today in a family local park, it's literally a bikini day. Somebody at turnover in England today, don't know who, but somebody at turnover in England today. Let us start with Tom. We love to respond to bullshit. So let's start with Tom this morning. When we say members of the Jamaica Labour Party are dunce, particularly dunce written in big letters, capital dunce, we seriously mean it. And let me advise you before me talk on Tom Labour, right? If you don't want to get in trouble, going into the election with an lip seal. This is my advice to the Jamaica Labour Party. Go into the election with your lips sealed. Because I say, the more you open your mouth, the more problem you'll create. Or some people would want to open the mouth to continue creating more problem for yourself. But I would advise you this morning, labor rights, shut on your mouth. You always get it wrong. I mean, the certificates you all have, the titles don't mean shit. Literally don't. Let us listen to Tom.
Big liar. You remember the fella man, yeah? You know what said to a lock up look like? You know what happened to a lock up look like? Yeah. I am prepared to testify. Having practiced law for 43 years, I have never seen Mark Bully defending any form of social justice. So how did
Right. The response have to be in two parts. Let's respond to the dunce next to Tom. What are you testifying to? Prosecute. All right, let's start a bit further out. Let's go further out. Law of the land versus law of the sea. Law of the land versus law of the sea. Let's talk about criminal practice, which you all does, based on your argument and based on what we know Tom does and based on what you are testifying to. Mount Golden also need to sue Darrell Vaz as well. We'll get to that. Criminal law have its derivative in law of the land. It's based on jurisdiction. It have its derivative in common law. And criminal law is different in different jurisdiction. Law of the land, Varus, the one next to you, law of the land, versus law of the sea, which deal with like commercial law, contract, and all those private law, we would call it. How to get it mixed up, so? Now, prosecutors or criminal defense, of course, your territory is the criminal courts. It would be very dunce, Tom Tavares, and your friend next to you. Nobody know him name? For a lawyer, a commercial law specialist, to take on a criminal case, it is not their specialty. I think us who go to law school understand and know that. Prosecutors or government attorneys, Tom Tavares. Commercial lawyers or private lawyers. When you're not open on a mouth in public, especially in our profession, which the breach of canon law is a totally different thing here. But how you get it so horrible mixed up, sir? Mark Golden don't deal with law of the land. Mark Golden deals with law of the sea. How you expect him then to come in a lockup, come bail somebody, or come a court, come prosecute or defend a criminal? How you get it so mix up? You see, in a bid to always put down Mark Golden, on always speak duncingly, knowingly wrong. Because you know better. You know better, Tom Tavares. I mean, the white powder and the bottle, but drunken people always find a yard. It's amazing sometimes how drunken people never gonna knock on somebody else's door. But when it comes to other type of fuckery, they are fully invested in it. But they manage to find for them door. That always confused me. How drunken people never miss them door yet. But then we do all sort of fuckery out there and blame it on the alcohol, blame it on the bottle. But you never turn up on somebody else's door, or you never push your key in somebody else's door. In a bid for make Mark Golden look fool, TikTok violate me for 10 more minutes again. TikTok go on your blood clot way this morning. Lift up your pussy clot self and go on your way This morning, TikTok, come and all it more channel can come on. Comment me this morning, TikTok, with you open violations after violations after violation. Anyway, get on with it. Close on a mouth. I mislead the labor rights them, you know. I mislead the labor rights them. The labor rights them couldn't try to do like a better, you know. If the leaders of the flock, never come out in a public and speak so willfully sideways and willfully dunce, to make them go out a road, go walk and talk it and believe it. This is what uno do to uno supporters, Tam Tavares. We're not Golden are doing a criminal court. What is Mark Golden doing in the criminal court? This is why you now win no case. Because you don't seem to be in any territory where you belong, or where they would be. Labour Party, we don't really want a third term. And that is misleading the people on everything. Lying to the people on everything. You're going into an election and you can't go in there with truth. The people of Jamaica are watching and listening. The people of Jamaica are watching and listening. And when you come out and talk them blatant dunceness here, it shows us why for the last 9 years nothing happened. It would be rather foolish of us to go 5 more years after nothing never happened in the last 9 years. This is the Speaker of the upper house. This is the Speaker or the President of the upper house. Misleading the people in public. Going against canon law by criticizing another from the legal profession in public. But because the system, the General Legal Counsel, is JLP aligned, these people don't get drawn up like Isaac Buchanan did by the General Legal Counsel. Maria Del Wilton Filbert, the criminal, which we will get to shortly, who should not be sitting on the ballot based on what the man named Gaspol Brown says. The crimes of this government, the misinformation from this government, the blatant trickery of the people in broad daylight under the glare of the camera. Labour Party want to now go wake up and realize that we want to advance as a people and as a country. No matter how many small attacks on a make by Mr. Golden, that won't help you to win the election. That will not help you to win the election. What you're showing to more and more of the independent voting bloc in Jamaica, or the younger voting bloc in Jamaica, you all stand for nothing. Now, a drunken criminal, one who set up his own grandchild's father to be murdered. These are the loose type of politicians we have in Jamaica, in the Jamaica Labour Party, a party led by many criminals, which we will throw through them this morning. And many don'ts, may I add. Who do we move to next? Babsy? We're going to move to Babsy and come back to Babsy because we want zigzag rubbing him. We're going to move to Babsy and come back to Babsy. So when we talk about Babsy, you know, we can have a big wahala with everybody. Babsy Grange said something which I have to respond to. Prime Minister Holness has created an environment that enables women. Hey, where Babsy go see so far? To do what, my dear? One's asking. It turns out, Babsy Grange, based on what we learned of the Prime Minister visitation for years of Go-Go Club, the Prime Minister was just creating his own Go-Go Club in a parliament. Now, if we're to go by the 14-year, 15-year scandal with Andrew, Juliet, and Rhoda, and if we're to add to that the Dana, the Marlene, and the Audrey mixed into it. Remember, Audrey is a part of it on stage, and the Sophia Langmore. So enable them to become political mattrash, Babsy Grange. Enable them to become dunce and thieves to the point where the Prime Minister's wife is probably one of those illicit enrichers. Enable dunceness. Look at the bright Carencia teaching Morrison. Look at she. The political mattrash. So bright. But you, Andrew Holness, can't find anything to give bright Carencia Morrison for do. Carencia Morrison, one who understands the classroom. One who understands the classroom. But then you take up no experience of education, Dana Dixon, and give education minister to. It makes sense? Tell me if it makes sense to you. Enable them to do what? To become his political mattress, to become his concubines in parliament. So till parliament becomes a tit for tat with Juliet Holness and Rhoda Crawford. Andrew has enabled them to become his accomplice in his crimes. Marsha Stewart, the 19 million where Marsha get for this for constituency Galangin, where Marsha Stewart only spend 3 million out of. How much kickback have you gotten out of the other 16 million, Andrew Holness? Mary said Alwyn Filbert, Andrew Holness. We walk and thief the people them put money and take it by car for she and her sister and say she never remember and plead guilty in a court. The criminal who shouldn't be on the ballot. It's memoirs of your government, you know, Prime Minister. Mary said Alwyn Filbert, who shouldn't be on the ballot. The criminal. Advance. Present. Sit down. Warm the bench. Nothing more. Look here. Look here, Prime Minister. How you pick up so much of the white powders, the people them with the Amins powder? So we have to call it so. How you pick up so much Amins powder and you're not grow baby Prime Minister, you're not chief? I wonder if the Prime Minister is chafing because the amount of Amins powder where him come with.
Performance. And on behalf of the Portland family, we stand fully beside our Prime Minister and we await the day. Show our labor rights.
Yes, you are in trouble in Portland. Isaac going to take the seat. What do you have to say about
that? Oh, please. Nobody even paying
another restriction again.
Any attention.
Another restriction again from TikTok. Could have mad this blood clot morning. Uno could have mad this morning. Come still I go talk. And if we not take down that page, may have 4 more to come up with this morning. So come on. Me don't know how in a mouth hole so deep and dark. Like you look down in a well and vase. So this is what you say Andrew Holness enable women to be beaten by stool, Babsy Grange. Enable women to become his political mattress. Enable women to become dunce and cronies. How Andrew Holness have so much women in parliament and him can't find job getting none of them for do? Him have so much women in parliament, but yet still him can't find a job get them for do. What is the enabling Babsy Grange? Other than being the Prime Minister's crony and concubines. Look at Marlene Malahoo Fort. I don't know where Labour right think Jamaica people is going to ever accept them back in our country with the nonsense. And you diasporans who already know the date. Time for book on a flight and mark on a X. Who thought pan next? Make we move to Juliet. One of the other illicit enrichers. Another criminal. One of who Andrew Holness, Babsy Grange, has enabled.
Made requests, some from as far back as 2020, 2021. Very unusual. Today, we are distributing chickens for persons who have made requests, some from as far back as 2020, 2021. Very unusual. We bought some chickens, paid for them, and somehow the company got our funds mixed up with monies that they would normally receive from rather parish office. And it has taken a long time for them to resolve it. It is as a result of our continued pressure that we wanted to get exactly what we paid for. We didn't want it to be adjusted based on any inflation. And today, we are finally in a place that we have received what we paid for and a little extra. So today, everyone will be coming to get their baby chicks.
Veterans say, from the time you order them your chicken here, them your chicken here shouldn't come the size of cow. Hold on, them mouse dead. Them your chicken here should have come big and tall like cow. But still, they come in at this size where you order them 5 years ago. Is it that these people are so barefaced, wicked, or a barefaced fool? Is it been barefaced fool, Miss Holness? I mean, when you're telling a lie, you must try get it linked together. Had you come out and tell us, with all of what you've stolen from the public purse, Miss Holness, because you have one of your development alone is almost $1 billion. The one where you did in a court over $800 million development is almost $1 billion, and that's just one of your development, Juliet Holness. But because your statutory declaration don't publish, we don't know how long you uncertified for, like the Prime Minister. Let's say you tell with a lie, say you order them last year. We could have baba and weave and bat island as to whether we believe it or not, you know. But when you not come out in a 2025, stand up in front of you. So you see phone in front of you, don't you? This wasn't a low start. You look in at the camera. So you sit at the camera there. So it's not like say as something off the cuff. You carefully plan it. If you tell we say you buy chicken before the one day when they drop off in the container, which if its way through the rickety-tickety reefs of Hellshire and end up at Jamaica. And your live chicken then reach at chicken size, at baby chicken size. How long the Jamaica Labour Party is going to continue to use optics and rub sugar on your mouth after they give you a bowl of pepper to drink? Them rub sugar upon your mouth and things like that. Fissa, you have all been giving us a bowl of pepper for the last 9 years. How come now? On a run come and rub sugar with mouth. I mean, in as on used to it from the Siaga and the Buster days. Saltfish, bread, chicken back, box food, 2-piece chicken, donut to take the poison. Remember, labor rights. We say Andrew line on up. Remember labor rights. We say Andrew line on up and go no donut and KFC if you take poison. We say Andrew telling us that poison come from God. Labor rights. That's the Andrew Holness who is asking for a third term. That's the Andrew Holness when wife come out and tell we say they mix up fair money and rather money. How come? How come you and rather money get to mix up together? Constituency money and ministry money. How the two of them get mixed up together? And I don't, you are the Ministry of Agriculture. Idiot woman. I don't, you are the Minister of Agriculture, you know. He said then, all right, me the order for me rather galang in as the Minister of Agriculture. And then become an order for me constituency as well. The two of them get mixed up. How you're galang in all and rather get tangled up in a one another when the two of them they distant from one a constituency and one a ministry. How the two of them get tied up? It look like a whisk. It look like a potato slip this year. Or vine tomato just tangled up in a one another. So, Juliet Holness, why you not have to come out with the stupid lies? We don't know from day one. We know say nothing no go so. I don't understand. You know when what's I don't understand? When you do them something to the minds of labor supporters, you know, so they come on TikTok, come champion and sing the same tune. Sometimes it's stomach turning to listen to them, you know. And say, oh God. Then come out and talk if it's true. Andrew Holness has led a government mobbed by corruption and scandal. From Andrew Wheatley, even from Andrew Holness being in opposition, he was never a good person. Andrew Holness was always attacking his opponents, Christopher Tufton, Ardley Shaw, the rest of them, all of these people you see, and this is what I'm telling you, the Westminster system, there's two people you have in your cabinet, is your enemy and your friends. You look how much of the people, how much of Andrew Holness's enemy during the face-off between Andrew Holness and Audley Shaw, how much of Andrew Holness's enemy Andrew Holness have to give political cabinet position to? Darrell Vaz, James Robertson, Marissa Dalrymple Filbert, Audley Shaw, Christopher Tufton, all of those big gunners who went for Andrew in the leadership race. Andrew had to pay them to keep them silent. This is why Andrew Holness got to run a ring of crime and corruption without being called out. Because his opponents, who would be able to call him out if they were on the back benches, Andrew Holness gives them a cabinet position, allowing them to pilfer, as the Prime Minister said, thief, steal from the public purse without anybody blink an eye, without anybody holding anybody to account for the public purse. Mike Henry was one of them going up against Andrew. All of those people. So they pick up what KD Knight said in the leadership race with Golden and Hannah to make it look relevant like a something just now. It's pitiful of how the Jamaica Labour Party is crawling around on their knees to pick up the piece of crack that probably dropped on the floor. That was how I understood Gregory Isaac hard drugs. We're gonna let a lot of them search the floor more and more. What are you scraping for? What are you really scraping for? What on a need for the labor rights? See if you can turn up, pound on knee. See if you can turn up, kind of don't slap down pound on face, you know. See if you at least come up, pound on knee, and start speaking about something meaningful in our country. When I heard person B that was mentioned in James' case on lonesome program yesterday. Oh, really? Voting for the Jamaica Labour Party for a third term, you will get an awful lot of criminals. Criminals like Darrell Vaz, who ought to be charged and investigated for at least 3 murders, including the murder and rape of Diane Simmet, the murder of Dr. Bloomfield, the murder of Samuel Dixon, 40. If you, the people of West Portland rather, vote for Darrell Vaz, it's what you're bringing back. A wanton criminal, a wanton abuser of the public purse. 1.4 billion in just one of his heists. That was just one of Darrell Vaz's heists. $1.4 billion. What we got for it? Fuck all. Literally that. That is what you will be voting for. You will also be voting for someone who was in dubious land sale, who go collect money in Mexico, will end up lose in diplomatic visa. That's the criminal you will be voting for. That same Darrell Vaz, who up in Tavistock have a lot of property development from the public, the money stolen from the public purse in our country. That's what you will be bringing back. People of West Portland. That's what you'll be bringing back. A criminal. One that murdered Dr. Bloomfield to entrench his wife in the seat in order to steal the rich land in East Portland. Yes, that's what you will be bringing back. And if you bring back Anvaz, all you will be bringing back is a dunce and a crackhead. That's all. There's not more to her. There's literally not more to her. And remember, if you bring back Bobby Montague, you're dealing with a rapist. You're dealing with someone who has wanton theft of the public purse. Wasn't it Bobby Montague and the police vehicles? If you vote for Don, what will you be getting? You'll be getting an awful lot of taxpayers' money being shuffled off and money laundered into empty building between Nigel Clark and Norman Dunn. That's what you really will be getting. Criminals and thieves, people who drain the public purse. If you vote for Michelle Charles, what you'll be getting? A load of noise in front of the camera. A major thief as her father was, is what you'll be getting. Memoirs of a corrupt government. If you vote for James Robertson, you're getting a wanton gunman. One that is guilty of murdering his opponents or setting up the murder of his opponent and their parents. That's what you will be voting for. People of Jamaica, members of the Jamaica Labour Party. Those people who have enriched themselves out of the public purse, and they have not brought to you road, water, jobs, nothing, barring old school bus. See them at tally fair around the country. If you vote for Harris Chang, 200 guns per month. 200 guns per month. Imported into the country illegally by Dr. Chang. Containers of it dispersed in flankers Montego Bay. Guns sent around the country by Dr. Horace Chang on coaster buses when load up in a flanker. That's what you'll be getting. If you vote for Marlene, what you will be getting is just one of the Prime Minister's old bike, another ballpoint dunce, another one who has abused the public purse, another one where even when the Prime Minister forget rid of her, the Prime Minister create another space for crony them. That's what you'll be getting if you vote for the Jamaica Labour Party. Minister Green. Minister Green, the Furburger Minister. What will you be getting? Load of pussy buying and alcohol buying. Because it's literally that Mr. Green does. When he's not buying front, He's buying alcohol. Ask anybody if that's not the politics of Flight Green. Front liquor. That's what you'll be getting. Southwest St. Elizabeth. You know, so no labor belly, you know. On labor rights down there, on led by on a belly. You vote for Marissa Dalwin, for Filbert. You're getting a convicted criminal, a blatant thief, a thief who steals like Eddie Siaga and even doesn't even remember that they steal. That's what you'll be getting. A thief and a liar. If you vote for Gillette Holness, you'll be getting a miserable, depressed wife who, since she has given the Miss Thomas high chair of Parliament, everything changing there. And you can bite road upon your neck again, and it don't cause problem in a Parliament. Them kick out Valerie for bringing Colleen to create big corruption and turn it in a Gillette playpen. That's what our House of Representatives have been turned into. The Prime Minister and his wife playpen. Memoirs of a corrupt government. Look at the Ministry of Education. How Andrew Holness has allowed the ministry to be pilfered. Grace McLean, Senator Marlon Morgan, 120 odd million between them was pilfered from the Ministry of Education. Worrell Reed, the Minister of Education, pilfered millions. Memoirs of a corrupt government. Favour Williams, unaccountable, cannot account for millions in the education department. Memoirs of an uncaring government, as the PNP call it. We don't ask if we're voting. We're remembering what you have done for us. If you vote for Pernell Charles, it's just another thief from the Charles family, who about 800 and odd million is unaccounted for by Pernell Charles and his department, when the very people who ought to get part money, when you listen to Let's Talk with Mark Golden and the disabled community last week, those people cannot get their money. But Pernell Charles, like him, Papa, thief off the whole of St. Thomas land, thief off the whole of party money. You remember Pernell Charles' ministry. One person is collecting 1.5 million in one day in 3 different checks, 3 different $500,000 checks, Pernell Charles. That's what you'll be getting. You vote for Nesta Morgan, you're literally going to get a grinning lion treasure cat, a mischievous old cunt. That's basically it. If you vote for Everett Warmington, what you will be returning is the master of the Grand Lodge, a double rapist, one who we believe as well, based on his targeting of the Integrity Commission, is under the scope of illicit enrichment. One who stands and tells us blatantly in public that there will be political sabotage with government money, your public money. There will be political sabotage. Yes. if you vote for George Wright, what you will get is a closed mouth and a hand with a wielding stool. That's literally what you will be getting if you vote for George Wright. Closed mouth and a hand wheeling with a stool is literally not more to George Wright than that. Crystal Lee, what's him call her? Tova Hamilton. If you vote for J.C. Hutchinson, you're just going to get told, or J.C. Hutchinson replacement, you probably will get told about your hungry belly that Labour have to give 2 pieces of chicken to. If you vote for Matthew Samuda, Jesus, memoirs of a corrupt government. Prime Minister, I mean, right? You know, me just remember them and I rub you with them one. It's a grown in a circle. Matthew Samuda. Matthew Samuda, who detoured our water to his friends in the tourism industry, and the people of Westmoreland and across Jamaica, or water have been sent to those in the tourist industry, but we don't have water to use. Remember, I could shift back to Flight Green a bit. If you vote for Flight Green, you are voting for someone who has willfully destroyed agriculture in your country by giving his gangster-aligned friend, James Robertson, many import license, monopoly, we would call it, over the food import, destructing the food and agricultural industry in our country. That's what you will be getting if you vote for them. If you vote for Matthew Samuda, we're going to end up with more black tanks across Jamaica. If you vote for Nestor Morgan, you're going to end up with a roadway declared a national emergency because they have siphoned off the maintenance money, the road maintenance fund, and not 1 penny have been spent. The same Nestor Morgan who is partly in charge of Reach money, Spark money, the bridge money, we all know none of them can come. That's what you will be returning. That's what you will be returning, Jamaica. Anybody there who can buy me 2 mango? Christine Gilbert there. Anybody, Debbie, you know the TikTok, the thingy that can pin for me? The GoFundMe. No GoFundMe. PayPal. Or Zelle. If you vote for what's him call it, Desmond Williams, Mayor Feather's brother, Donovan Williams rather, Mayor Feather's brother, you might just get a second-hand drill that you have to pay for, that you could get 6 out of. That's what you would be voting for. Criminals who steal from the public purse, who give contract to their own self, and within that contract given to themselves, them still end up take kickback and cut out of the contract. Remember the drill? Remember the drill? Yes. Kicks and kickback, kickback and cuts. Even when them overprice, Even when them overpriced we for the drill. It's been on screen, Opal. Even when them overpriced we for the drill, we still have to pay a kickback and cut money out of the drill where we pay $32 million for. Where we could when we check the price, we could get only per eBay for 11 to 14 US dollars. Yes. And we have to pay Donovan Williams. We reached Dr. Tufton yet? Whoa, hallelujah, Dr. Tufton. You see, Austin Southwest St. Elizabeth is fully aware of Dr. Tufton. That's why we got rid of him in the 2011, I believe. It was the 2011. We got rid of him when Portia returned. We got rid of Tufton. Because Tufton destruct our water, our fisheries. And if him did get more time for that, the destruction where Floyd Green create the agriculture in our country, Dr. Tufton would no doubt carry out that assault on our agriculture industry. I'm sure he would, because we saw Dr. Tufton started and we don't Southwest St. Elizabeth and Andrew Kime got entrenched round. So what you will be getting is a shell of a hospital after spending nearly $25 billion. What you'll be getting is a makeshift healthcare system designed only for a war zone, a refugee camp. That's the healthcare system run under Dr. Christopher Tufton. What you will be getting is a calling of the Jamaica people, 15,000 of us per year. What you'll be getting is a doctor who has business in the funeral industry, a doctor who has business in death, a doctor that has aligned his schoolmate as top neurosurgeon in our country, and having his top neurosurgeon limit and chopping his way through our health care, hastening the death and the disability, I may add, of many Jamaicans, including the thief, the criminal, Patrick Allen, the Governor General of our country. No, I don't want to give too much highlight to Tufton and that veteran. Honestly, play the message from KD Knight. Okay, the message from KD Knight. Do I have it? You send it to me? But I honestly, I don't pay much attention to that story. It's like Labor really creeping on their knees to find something. Trust me. This is Labor really creeping. So, me not give much highlight to the nonsense of them, though you have to respond to them sometime. But sometimes you must not give them highlight with the bullshit, because this is what they want, is for us to put out these narratives in public. No, not around here, Andrew Holness. Not around here. This is a narrative where they want to run for in the PNP, get in the PNP, their mindset, because I know every PNP well thinking. So that's why them put out these narrative for these things to be ingrained in PNP voters or independent voters' head. They want to deter people from the rise of Mark Golden. So we now give them narrative games over here. We want to remind them of their crimes against the people. What you will be getting from Tufton is a decimated healthcare system, a healthcare system on the brink of a crisis, a healthcare system operated and run by Marco Rubio, a healthcare system where Dr. Tufton would prioritize Donald Trump's ego over your health. A doctor who gave us a dead baby per day, 24 of them in 1 month. A doctor who knew of the virus in the hospital, the bacteria that was killing babies. And that doctor turned a blind eye, lied to the nation, allowed babies to die. That doctor who allowed his son to import bad rice to kill you so you can come make case and get to him finishing line on the parlor belt. That doctor, oh yes, that Dr. Tufton. That Dr. Tufton. We're not done, we don't know yet in our labor rights this morning. We're not done, we don't know yet.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people day. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you vote for Dr. Tufton, you're voting for someone who demolished the theaters in our hospitals so we die faster. He demolished the dead house in our hospitals where we used to stay upon there for free. And then him have these luxury contract with all his friends from funeral parlors around the country. In my neck of the woods is with Ian Brown. That's what you'll be voting for, Jamaica. Somebody who give you bad rice to get you sick. Then he withdraw medical services from you. This is a deadly man in Jamaica. And then, after that, him get him wahal. After that, thank you very much, Violet. Thank you very much for your donation. Thank you. Joan, thank you very much as well. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is what you'll be voting for. Dr. Tufton is one of the most deadliest of the Jamaica Labour Party because he is killing us in silence, you see. Had Dr. Hunter not came out and told us what was happening, it would be a continuous martyrdom. And Andrew, allow him to be carrying out the martyrdom on us. Dr. Tufton, from babies to elders, healthy people, Dr. Tufton just killed one by one, so. The only way to stop Dr. Tufton is at the polls, Jamaicans. Let's jump back over to Babsy a bit. If you vote for the minister of what's it, what you will be getting is a politician who uses the state money to buy guns and rent cars, give to young boys to carry out crime amongst themselves for her own political gain. How much time young boys were murdered in cars, rented or bought by Babsy Grange? That's what you literally will be getting. Gangsters, criminals, and murderers. That same Dr. Chang, who ordered your children to be shot, that's the same Dr. Chang that puts AK-47s in young people's hand. It's the same Dr. Horace Chang, who is the leader of the Stone Crusher gang in Western Jamaica. It's the same Dr. Horace Chang who's taking out bullets out of gangsters as the Minister of National Security, which he's not reporting to his police officers. Same Dr. Chang. It's what you would get if you vote for them. That is literally what you would get. We reach Andrew yet? Oh, Jesus, Andrew record big today, you know. Think we can get to Andrew today? Andrew is MP them with you know. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister, the most honorable Doctor the most honorable Andrew Michael Holness. We don't get to you yet, you know. We just go around in a circle to Favor Williams. We have not touched you there, have we? The broom, the sweep up artists. Well, after them rob over the education ministry, she go over there, go sweep up. After them rob over Picture Jam, she go to sweep up artists. Dustpan and brush me. Whoa! Dustpan and brush minister. Minister next to Horace Chang. Okay, one was sleeping. You know? It's only that you sleep with your eye half open and Horace Chang sleep with his eye fully shut. Dustpan and broom minister. Clean up behind the criminals minister. Remember, you're now cleaning up behind Nigel's crime. You're now cleaning up behind Nigel's crime. Bolt's money. Lord Jesus have mercy. Nigel Clark, you're gone, but we remember Bolt's money, Mr. Clark. And we remember the empty building them where we pay for all over the country where we pay for buildings to keep Duppy Spider and Cobweb, Mr. Clark. Memoirs of a corrupt government this morning, Andrew Holness. Labor right. One of this morning, with no quiety. Labor rights. Memoirs of a corrupt government. We don't reach Andrew yet, you know. We have not gotten our way to the prime. We don't even know if we can go through the Prime Minister shed load this morning. Maybe we have to go continue Memoirs of a corrupt government because it's sun 32 degree out there. Memoirs of a corrupt government this morning, Andrew Holness. And we don't get to you yet. We don't even know if we can do you this morning. The dustpan and broom minister will walk and clean up after the thief them pilfer. Department by department. Why they don't send you over Ministry of Transport? You just need a broom need nobody. Favor Williams. Why they don't send you over Transport Ministry? But you certainly need to go sweep up over there, so. With money just a drop like rotten mango leaf. With money just a drop so like a mango leaf. Why them don't send you over there, so? Go clean up. Because we certainly need it. They can't just hire with a dustpan and broom one total place, so. They can't just hire one total place. We need favor. The minister of dustpan and broom. Them always send you go clean up which part them thief the money them from. So what about Ministry of Transport? You see what Andrew Holness has been doing to our country? Andrew Holness has aligned himself with corrupt criminals and crooks. It is why nothing has been done in our country. Our parliament has become a ramping shop. Our public resources have become the Prime Minister's personal pocket, a way to enrich himself, his friends, his families, and cronies. We're going to leave Andrew Holness alone to himself. Well, remember me in the MP where we can go to, please. We're going to do memoirs of a corrupt government continued. Jesus Christ, Andrew, we can't do your government in a one show. We just are growing in a circles on your teeth in MP them. How much of the road and bridge money you and Nesta Morgan rob up Andrew Holness? We have not had a bridge completed or a road meaningfully fixed. Hey, Koshata. If you vote for Desmond McKenzie, you will be getting a warehouse full of guns as discovered in Tivoli Gardens. You will be voting for someone who snatched away the lands of the most vulnerable in Jamaica. You'll be voting for a dunce and a gangster. Somebody with Siaga used to hold and backs up. That's how much of a benders they are. And this is why all of them continue to lead the Jamaica Labour Party with food. Lead them back. Jamaica Labour Party on a belly so long. That's why anybody can hold on a bite and lead you to lead on. Anybody can hold on a bite on a belly and lead on because on a belly long. Members of the Jamaica Labour Party. Come and say Anvaz and Desmond McKenzie are going to box food and I tell them to say food it and enjoy yourself. And I hit to now go vote for. That's what you all are going to vote for if you vote for the Jamaica Labour Party. You're going to vote for a government who was willing to kill you for political expedient, but for the decision taken by the Prime Minister to have a general election in the middle of a pandemic, so much Jamaicans would not have died. It was that same government that turned around and have some of the harshest some of the harshest COVID restrictions, swindle multi-millions out of Jamaica people who, after the same government who got COVID donation from multiple donors, refused to assist the people, refused to assist the people. That was the time Andrew Holness and Christopherton enriched themselves massively in our country. Many of the money that should, oh, Floyd Green, oi, Lord Jesus, scandal of us. Remember, Minister Green resigned because while you were on a no movement day, and you all in Jamaica know that Andrew Holness's movement day, no movement day, you can't even turn up outside your gate. If you live out on your veranda, it would be a problem to Andrew Holness police them. Remember Minister Green, how he was flaunting and boasting at you while he was popping champagne in hotel with his upper echelons, friends. While you, the people of Jamaica, were locked down, while the Prime Minister blamed you. Jesus Christ, we have to go leave Andrew for later. Remember, it was Andrew Holness who, in the middle of the pandemic, called the general election, spread the virus, which was under good control in Jamaica, which he got his political expedient out of. Then that same Andrew Holness turn around and blame you poor people who shop at the corner shop, the big jollof oil buyers, the 2 pound of rice buyer, the 2 pound of chicken buyer, the quarter stick of butter buyer, said the Prime Minister. You were the ones who that Prime Minister blamed for spreading the virus. And that Prime Minister told you the counter poison was created by God. And that Prime Minister coerced, not coerce, what's the other word? That Prime Minister used donut and KFC to get you to take the poison. When that didn't work, that same Prime Minister threatened you. If you don't take the poison, you won't get health care, you won't get water, said this government. Memoirs of a corrupt government. It's literally what we'll be getting if we bring an Andrew Holness regime back in our country. You vote for Darrell Vaz. Not only that, you'll be getting a murderer and a rapist, but you'll be getting a thief who go all the way foreign, go by foul ruse. Foul ruse. Can't come to Jamaica and have the nerve to tell us that their gold standard with 20% engine life. Are they fool or are they just evil? I find it difficult to work balance which one are the whole of them mix up, like how Juliet money mix up, Juliet and Rada money, Juliet and Rada chicken and Rada money mix up together. 5-year-old chicken. 5-year-old chicken. Veterans today should have come big and tall like a cow.
Today, we are distributing chickens for persons who have made requests, some from as far back as 2020, 2021. Very unusual. We bought some chickens, paid for them, and somehow the company got our funds mixed up with monies that they would normally receive from Rada Parish office. And it has taken a long time for them to resolve it. It is as a result of our continued pressure that we wanted to get exactly what we paid for. We didn't want it to be adjusted based on any inflation. And today, we are finally in a place that we have received what we paid for and a little extra. So today.
Now, what the fool is saying to you here is that because our money have been mixed up at RADA with RADA's money from 2020, 2021, and that's the price we paid for the chicken then. We paid 50 cents per one for them. And because of the price of inflation, they want to sell them to us for 90 cents per one. So the brouhaha and back and forth between us and them was to get it at the price that it would have been in 2020-21 as opposed to the inflation price which they want to give it. And you expect us to believe you. You expect us to believe the foolishness. That's why I'm telling you, say, labor rights mode. Mr. Linda Wagwan, when me done, me call you. That's why I'm telling you, say, labor right mode shouldn't cut like batty. Because every time when I talk, a shit fart and hot air come out on the mouth. Desmond McKenzie and poor people's land. That's what I want to bring back to Jamaica. That's what I want to bring back in power. Desmond McKenzie and poor people's land. Desmond McKenzie and the warehouse full of guns. Desmond McKenzie who threatened political violence in your country. Jamaica, wake up. Wake up. We are in what Jamaica calls the silly season. Mark Golden has changed that by bringing a team that are able to craft, discuss, and elaborate on their policies. Today will be a day in our politics where Mark Golden and his team will be setting out their manifesto pledge for the next 5 years. I wonder if the Jamaica Labour Party will be able to set out a pledge to the people as to how the difficulty works here, Andrew Holness. What you would be, your manifesto pledge would come in 2 parts. It would outline the badly spelled Jamaica. I don't exactly know what time it is. Beat and teach, tell me the time, please, if you know what time them coming on. But what your manifesto ought to have, Prime Minister, is achievements. That's going to be a massive problem for you. And the second part of the manifesto, Prime Minister, was how you're going to continue to improve on those achievements. That's what would make your new promises believable. I am being told that you were a disgrace Sunday night in Halfway Tree. I mean, I'll watch it. But I am being told 6 p.m. Jamaica time. So I might come on midnight tonight so I can get to restream it. And then we move back to Memoirs of a Government Contained tomorrow morning, finishing up Andrew Holness. So your manifesto, Prime Minister, ought to have your achievements. God knows where I go find it from. And how you're going to continue to develop on those policies and the new whatever you come with. But Prime Minister, the few you come with in 2015 sound plausible. The problem you're having now, you never deliver upon none of them at all. And after 9 years, full as labor rights be, You can't come back and repeat the same pledge all over again. This is your problem in a prime minister. Now, I am thinking this pamphlet of achievement with Jamaica badly spelled. Jaimaica. Jamaica. That the Jamaica then. For Andrew's Jamaica with the 2 I. Because you know, say rest of Jamaica have 1 I in a hit. For Andrew Jamaica. You see how much Andrew Holness enrich himself out of the country till him can create a piece of it for himself. Him have the Jamaica with the 2 I, and we have the Jamaica with the 1 I. Labor rights. One of the think Andrew Holness will be able to put out a manifesto, or we just have to go run with the badly spelled pamphlet of achievement. Because if I hit no labor rights, uno come a toast, you know. If I that, uno come with, for say, uno ought to be re-elected, and you all will be come a toast. Because you cannot come back with all promises that you have failed on and expect people to accept them all over again and sit down and think and believe that you can deliver on it. We will continue this program. We're going to look at the Prime Minister's crime separate to all of his MPs, because I know the Prime Minister is the overarching criminal of our Parliament. Colleen, he can't copy my golden manifesto and come now about here with it. He cannot copy my golden manifesto and come nowhere with it, because we no fool. The whole always say everything drip out of Mark Gold in them mouth, them take it and them run with it for themselves. We know better. Them can't come with Mark Golden policies and think the people are going to give them a chance on it, because what they came with 10 years ago, they're still yet to deliver on that. No, they're going around the country, constituency by constituency, playing catch up. They're going around constituency by constituency, playing catch up. Trust me, it will not work. It just will not work. Because barring the few labor rights that they can fool, everybody already see and know that these people, they're only there for themselves, not for anybody else but themselves. You understand? So nothing, not one thing will work. That they're going around the constituencies trying to fool people. Juliet have 5-year-old chicken a hand out. Marlene Malahu photo walk and ask you if you jump full up. What's your call her? What's your name? RJ walk and give you tank. Juliet Cuthburn Finn. How could we end the program without the Iron Donkey? You remember that song at sports day at school? You favor Iron Donkey, you favor Iron Donkey in a shot. Iron Donkey. The sand in this area. The soil in this area is a sandy type of soil. The soil in this area is a sandy type of soil. That's labor rights for you. That is labor rights for you. You won't be getting much more. That's all. So, that's all. When Babsy says Andrew Holness enable women, you should elaborate on the fuckery, Babsy Grange, that Holness enable women to do. Remember, Christopher Tufton says Andrew Holness is intimidated by brightness. Why you think Andrew Holness go pick up a whole bunch of dunce women and men to come in a parliament? Well, when Andrew Holness have a cabinet position, he has to go and pick up somebody from Wowo yonder, put them in the Senate and give them a position. Think of that. And Andrew have so much thieves, so much political matrash, so much of his go-go dancers creating his own Gemini club in Parliament, Babsy Grange. Enablement. That's the enabling, Babsy Grange. What else are you talking about there? I mean, what is there to talk about? Labor rights. What is there to talk about? Your very base has forsaken you. Because you never thief and help your base out of it. They have turned a blind eye to you. So look here, don't try to come fool with. RGR and JBC broke down. It's sad that Una still thinks Cliff Hughes alone can be RGR and JBC and kill a story and bury a story. This is social media. Hashtag new media. You can't bury nothing, said Darrell Vaz. We can find it and publish it. That's why we will never stop asking for justice for Diane Smith, for Dr. Bloomfield, for Samuel Dixon. We want justice for Jermaine Jr., who was murdered by the Prime Alondo Terrelong. Alondo Mr. Terrelong. Can you tell us anything about Jermaine Jr.'s murder? Were you at Patrick Bailey's house on the night of Jermaine Jr.'s murder? These are the criminals, Jamaica, that we will be voting for when we vote for the Jamaica Labour Party. The Terry Lang will come a foreign country lie. So how much American dollar Andrew are going to figure up something there. Where Andrew now pay a teacher, we a teacher no. So we know how Andrew will go on the money. We only figure learn and the teacher them where teacher can't get the money. That the Terry Lang where him won a campaign. The Terry Lang where him one toto one and one vehicle and one microphone. Depan Road a campaign. The Terry Lang who busting people to come have a war with Raymond Price, attacking Raymond Price because they want to create. They want to create a little zone for the loser. Labor rights, MPs, once former MPs, because everybody now is a prospective candidate. After nomination on Monday, they will all become official candidates vying for your support. Do you want to continue with corruption and criminality? Or do you want to choose a progressive and a better direction? Which is it? Because remember, Jamaica, when you mark that X, your children's future and the next 5 years of decision is aligned to your finger. You all speak about Jamaicans, emancipation, independence, and democracy. Don't know if you understand them, but you speak of them. But let's leave out the emancipate and the indie part of it. And just let's focus on our democracy at this point. Democracy is but a word, but you have been given a little acting on the stage of it. That particular part of it is called participatory democracy. The dipping your finger in the ink and the voting for a leader. What is happening to our so-called participatory democracy is that too much of us are disengaged and too little of us choose a particular crook to run riot over the country. Those of you who keep saying, I've never voted yet, me can't vote, me can't bother with it, none of them no better than Tedder. Weigh up what Andrew Holness has done in the last 9 years, as opposed to the plans of the Mount Golden team, the incoming government. That is what you weigh up at the moment. Has Andrew Holness delivered? Has Andrew Holness delivered on his promises? Is your life better under Andrew Holness and his regime? Has Andrew Holness make it better for us socially? Has social justice been improved in the last 9 years? These are the questions you ask yourself when engaging with participatory democracy. But to stand aside and say, we can't bother because all of them are the same, do that. You are no better than when they are being elected by minority of the population, then end up there and becomes majority dictators. The 60% of us who do not engage with the poll, we can make meaningful change in our politics. The engagement in our politics is too nowhere to be found, because a lot of people are voting just because they've been coerced. So a lot of people are literally threatened to vote. A lot being given perks to vote. So people are not meaningfully engaging in our democracy based on policies. Let us shift that, Jamaica. Let us shift that. We cannot continue to engage on tribalism. We cannot continue to engage on my grandmother's politics or my family's politics. Let's look at our future. Let's look at our children. You cannot say you love your children and then you make a decision that is going to create danger for your offspring. Don't make sense, Jamaicans. Has Andrew Holness delivered? We will continue this program tomorrow morning because we want to broadcast the manifesto tonight. So we'll definitely will come back on Memoirs of a Corrupt Government tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, though, it will be a keen focus on the Prime Minister, 20 years of corruption and criminality against the public purse, and in particularly 9 years, 10 years of scandal, of which the Prime Minister is bogged down in a face-off with the anti-corruption body. The Prime Minister whose statutory declaration cannot be certified, a Prime Minister who should not be on the ballot, a Prime Minister who should have long resigned because of lack of integrity, transparency, and accountability. Thank you. We're going to go out there now to buy a few mangoes and melon and head to the park, soak up the sun, and then we come back later to look at Mark Golden and his team manifesto. Labour will be shaken in their boots tonight. What will Labour be able to bring as competitive to stand against a Golden manifesto? Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not first and for. Make up what I seen to. Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make you
TikTok shadow ban me this morning, I can tell, because nobody must shadow ban themselves. I know when TikTok a shadow ban me. TikTok you can go on.
how they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, and sell it out, and sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they can sell out Rasta, I sell out, I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You might show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man, throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, big him and show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big him and show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Globalists, what I want you all to do for me, my moderators and researchers, send me as much as Andrew scandals and I can remember, if it's even just to text me and remind me of that scandal. So when I rub him tomorrow morning, I have a full lineup of him scandal, because Memoirs of a Corrupt, tomorrow morning what we're going to do, we do Memoirs of a Corrupt Government today. So tomorrow we're going to do Memoirs of a Corrupt Leader. Tomorrow is Wednesday. No, sorry. That program is going to be done in the night. Remember, Wednesday and Thursday. Remember, we have urology tomorrow, oncology on Thursday. So my 2 daytime show tomorrow and Thursday. So, Memoirs of a Corrupt Government, of a Corrupt Leader, we'll probably transfer that to tomorrow night. Because tonight, we're going to look at Mark Golding's manifesto tonight. We're just focusing on that tonight. So tomorrow night, we'll do Memoirs of a Corrupt Leader to continue from today's program. So as much as I do corruption and scandals over the 9 years, you can remember, just forward them on to me. So when I rub him tomorrow evening, we have a full lineup of the Prime Minister's crime. But thank you all. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.